thing open this time. God, it's loud. Yeah, I got it open. Okay. I can't get out of this damn courtroom. What can I say? Alright. Let's see. Which one of these is... This one came after. I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? I don't remember. Sorry for what my sister said. Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. Yeah, just confess. Just confess on the stand to forging evidence. And getting an innocent person... Well, he probably wasn't innocent, but getting a person killed because of it who is legally innocent. I'm sure that's not going to get you thrown in jail anyways. Like, she does shit like... You do shit like that, they're going to be like, oh, fuck this trial. Go to something else, bitch. We did what we had to in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. I didn't know. I never knew. Also, I have a bit of coffee in me. I came in a little bit more prepared. I never knew that the SL9 incident was just another name for the Joe Dark killings. Sounds like everyone heard about these killings with me. Maybe I should read the fucking newspaper or some shit. Lana wanted Dark convicted so badly. That's why she used me. That's why she used what happened to me. What do you mean what happened to you? It's all there in the file. Yeah, but that's like a lot of shit. Maybe you just point me to like the right freaking tab for that. Joe Dark's last victim was prosecutor Neil Marshall. When he murdered Officer Marshall's brother, he left behind an incriminating piece of evidence. But what did you have to do with those killings, Emma? On the night Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered, Joe Dark tried to kill me. What? He tried to kill you? Officer Marshall's brother, Neil, was only trying to save me. Okay. So that means you, yes, I was a witness in the Joe Dark trial. I didn't see that one coming. Ho ho! Wacky zany. It happened 2 years ago. It was right about this time of the year too. There was a terrible thunderstorm that day, unusual for the season. I was alone in my sister's office. We were planning to eat dinner together once she finished her work. Then suddenly, this terrifying man came bursting into the office. Joe Dark. You bastard! I'll hunt you down and bring you to wait, sorry, dead? Oh. It seemed like he was running from someone. He pulled out a knife and screamed at me. I didn't know what was going on. Just then, Prosecutor Marshall showed up. Jake Marshall's brother. Joe Dark tried to take me hostage, but before he could, Mr. Marshall tackled him. Then, what happened? I'll never forget it. Lightning struck and the lights went out. Suddenly, oh, of course, a fucking course. You can never just have a clear-cut fucking case. It's always got to have some bullshit attached to it. It's like, yes, I saw him shoot the guy. Well, I did go spontaneously blind and deaf for about 2 seconds. But what are the odds that fucking everything happened in those 2 seconds? What are the odds that a whole wacky, zany slew of fucking Looney Tunes-esque events took place during those 2 fucking measly seconds? A bolt of lightning flashed outside the window, lighting up the office for an instant. What I saw then burned a permanent picture in my mind. I can still see it now. permanent picture. I don't remember the moment when Dark stabbed Mr. Marshall. So you weren't able to testify about that? No, I was only asked about when I was attacked. That must be why she made up the crime. Made it up? You mean provided bogus evidence? The prosecutor's office wanted that guilty verdict so badly. Lana forged evidence and Mr. Edgeworth used it. Edgeworth? Yes, but I'm sure he didn't know anything about it. He couldn't have known he was being given false evidence. Man, presenting false evidence? I really would hate to have something like that happen to me. I would really hate to have that happen and I present evidence without knowing it and I got in trouble or something. Wouldn't that just suck? Wouldn't that be like the worst thing to ever happen? I bet that'll never happen though. Could have known that was being false evidence. Even so, that's when it all started. The rumors about Mr. Edgeworth, I mean, it's all my fault. If I could have just testified properly, none of this would have ever happened. So it's true, even though he may not have known it. Edgeworth really was involved in falsifying evidence. After that case ended, Lana was never the same. She became cold like she is today. She must not have been able to face up to what she did, especially not to Emma. What's about this always a permanent picture, huh? What did you see in the instant the crime occurred? Oh God, why are you bringing up these old memories, you Phoenix? You fucking bastard. Duck, Mr. Marshall. Near Marshall was stabbed right in front of this poor girl. I remember what happened after that. Apparently I passed out. When I came to, Lana was cradling me in her arms. Poor Emma, you've been through so much. I couldn't bring myself to testify about that instant. I tried, but the words just wouldn't come out. I drew a picture, but it wasn't any good. 2 years ago, you must have been 14. That's understandable. It was all over. I made up my mind. Once it was all over, I made up my mind. I decided that when I grew up, I'd become a scientific investigator. I wanted to be able to fight crimes with my testimonies and find evidence to make an airtight case. Maybe I need to try a different type of coffee. That way Lana would never have to forge any... I see. I think I'm finally starting to understand what makes Emma tick. There's still something that bothers me about that crime. There's something that's puzzling me, Emma. What is it? You said you were in Lana's office at the time, right? That's right. Why then would a serial killer come running in there? Not only that, but he was being chased by a prosecutor. Oh, there's no mystery there. Joe Dark had been taken in for questioning that day. Taken in for questioning? You mean by the police? Of course, this happened at the police department. I tried to run halfway through the interview and fled to my sister's office. But why did he run all the way to her sister's office? For that matter, how did he get that fucking far? Fucking idiot police. The detective office in the questioning room are right across from the elevator. Across from the elevator? Well, was a chief prosecutor, wasn't she? No, silly. Didn't I tell you? 2 years ago, Lana was a detective. She was the best in the entire force. What? That's news to me. After the Joe Dark case, she was transferred to the prosecutor's office and made chief prosecutor. Lana used to be a detective. Dun, dun, dun. I'd better have another talk with her. Really wish people would give me this fucking information beforehand. February 24th. That's the room. Mr. Wright, it seems I keep causing you trouble. Yeah, bitch! Knock it off. Falsifying evidence. I didn't think you were the type. Criminals don't mind playing foul, why should we? Because then you get innocent people thrown in prison. It might not have worked, might not have happened this time, but for fuck's sake, lady. But Lana, if you're wrong, an innocent person might be found guilty. Yeah. Believe me, I understand the risks. That doesn't make it okay. Emma told me about you. Oh? About how you were a detective 2 years ago. And how the SL9 incident was the reason for your transfer to the prosecutor's office. That's right. Could you fill me in on the details, especially about that unusual change of jobs? Is that legal? I suppose you have a right to know, Mr. Wright. Hey! A lot of revelations were uncovered at the trial today. Not the least of which was the fact that this case is largely connected to another one, Evidence from that case was stolen as well, though I expect as much. I know how obsessive Officer Marshall can be. That trial, it really wasn't fair, was it? Nope. I believe in you, Lana. I believe that no matter what happened, you'd always stick to the truth. Couldn't be helped, Emma. I mean, it felt like it could be, but the trial 2 years ago, I sold my soul. Excuse me. Well, drama aside, the fact of the matter is, at 5:15 there was no murder at the police department. Tell me it's not true, Lana. What the witness, Miss Starr, said about you stabbing Mr. Goodman with a knife. Yeah, I don't have the fucking... We don't have the Magatamatama yet, so we don't know if we can... if she's going to be honest or not. Lana, I don't understand. Why don't you tell us? Emma, this doesn't involve just me. I don't think I've ever seen Lana look so phased before. Alright, it's true. I was a member of the police force 2 years ago. She was amazing. Not now, though. She sucks now. We still talk about all the cases that she and Chief Grant cracked together. Chief Grant? He was a deputy chief of police then, but he still works. They still work the crime scene. Then Gant, he was everything I aspired to be. They were the best team ever. They solved crime before the reports could even be filed. I would really idolize your big sister. But now you're the chief prosecutor. What happened? Why are you an evil prosecutor? Prosecutors are evil! I always planned on becoming a prosecutor. The reason I became a detective was to gain experience investigating crime scenes, so you could use that experience in court, right? Grant's help in the SL9 case was crucial to its resolution. After that, he became chief of police and arranged my transfer to the prosecutor's office. Maybe I should ask more about this investigation of theirs 2 years ago. Okay. 2 years ago, I was second in command of the detectives investigating Drake. Second in command? That means the investigation lead was Damon Gant, right? Yes, Deputy Chief Gant and I shared the same office and the same investigations. They even had the same office. We led the team of the best detectives on the force. Detective Goodman, whose case it was, Jake Marshall and Angel Starr. coffee, excuse me. It's black coffee like my soul. It was the first time Marshall worked with his brother. He was quite gung-ho. Without a doubt, Joe Dark was a serial killer. We asked him to come in for questioning. We were desperate for evidence. That was when his final murder took place. When he tried to murder Emma. Prosecutor Marshall was trying to save me from Dark. You see, the first person who happened upon the scene of the crime was me. Now you tell us. Damon Gant and Neil Marshall were the ones questioning Dark that day. The investigation was in its final stages and Dark must have suddenly panicked. So he waited until Gant and Marshall let their guards down and then fled the room. From there, he ran straight to the office shared by Deputy Chief Gant and myself. That's where he found me. So you were the first person to run to the scene, huh? It appears so. I was filing some papers while Gant and Marshall were questioning Dark. When I returned to my office, I saw 3 bodies on the floor and smelled blood. 3 bodies. Prosecutor Marshall, the victim, Emma, who had passed out, and the suspect, Joe Dark. During the struggle scene, Mr. Marshall struck a final blow before he died. Joe Dark incurred a minor concussion and lay unconscious. What did you do? To be honest, I panicked. I picked up Emma, carried her out of the room, and just held her. Can't blame her after all her sister must have gone through. Can't blame her after all her sister must have gone through. After that, I placed Dark under immediate arrest. But he had woken up again and was killing people. Shit. Let me get this straight. You were all involved in the SL9 incident? That's right. Quite a coincidence, I don't buy it. What are you saying? There's no way everyone involved in this trial was also involved in that incident. Just by chance. But that case was solved 2 years ago. At least one person went to extremes because they didn't believe it was truly solved. Officer Marshall, yes, his actions came as a surprise to me as well. Ever since his brother died, he's changed completely. I guess he wasn't convinced with the ruling against Joe Dark. Life doesn't end with the closing of a case. Everyone has to live the rest of their lives with their memories. That case might might not be over yet. Emma was assaulted by Dark Police Department, right? Yes, and the officer that Damon Gant and I shared. The office that Mr. Gant now occupies himself, the Chief's office. Maybe we should have a look at the Chief's office, the site of the final SL9 murder. Alright, see you later, fucker. February 24th, police station criminal available. I don't see the sacred gumshoe anywhere. Things seem kind of quiet around here today. You're right. The chief detective seems the same though. Why don't we go look for some other people to talk to? Right. We can come back here later. Whatever. February 24th, police department entrance. Howdy, Bambina. Excuse me just a second. I gotta look at something real quick. It won't be less than a minute. Won't be more than a minute. Give me a minute. Alright, I'm back. I'm gonna sit down. Sit my fucking fine ass down. Oh, Mr. Marshall. Never thought things turned out this way when I woke up this morning. Quest Sarah, you never know where life will lead you, eh, Bambina? I should have known my luck had run out when old Billy dried up this morning. Billy? Must be his pet cactus. Say, where are you headed? Just over to the prosecutor's office for a little interrogation. At knife point. It's a voluntary appearance, but we all know I won't be coming back. Sorry, but you can't go in the evidence room today, partner. Mr. Marshall, why did you do it? Why do prospectors head west? If ever there's a case I needed to know the truth about, it was that one. Before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall, would you mind telling us exactly what happened? So we'll be getting a steak lunch today. Dark trial. Something was fishy about that trial from the beginning. It wasn't just me either. All the detectives thought so. What do you mean fishy? Some of the facts reported were inconsistent with the evidence we found. For example, the murder weapon. The murder weapon? You mean that switchblade knife with a broken tip? That was Joe Dark's, all right. But in the initial autopsy report, a question was raised. A question? The blade of the knife was not a perfect match with the wound the victim sustained. What does that mean? It means there's a good chance the knife was not the murder weapon. However, in the report that was finally submitted, that possibility had been erased. The facts have been concealed with forged evidence. That case left behind scars on all of us. The scars that the SL9 incident left behind. I got the looks, but he got the brains. He was one of the best prosecutors around. I don't know about that, man. I had just made detective when it went down. It's our first case together. How old was he, your brother? He was 27 at the time. He was awarded the highest honor of the very day. The highest honor? You mean the king of prosecutors? I knew it! What are you looking at me like that for? That's an honor for a prosecutor. Mr. Marshall must have really been close with his brother. That day the SL9 incident took place. That wasn't the same day as... That's right. It was the day of the evidence transfer. Interesting. It was drizzling that morning, and by nightfall, there was thunder. Can't believe 2 years had gone by already. I tried to steal the evidence so the case wouldn't die. Apparently somebody tried to stop you. Detective Goodman was murdered, and the evidence locker was empty. There was something going on behind the scenes in that case. We all knew that latter. All knew that, remember what? Okay. Every detective involved in that investigation, save one, was taken care of. Miss Starr was fired and I was demoted, boxed away in a tiny room. What about Detective Goodman? If they did something to him too, commissioners would have got suspicious. No, they were careful enough not to be too obvious. They? Who are you talking about? Don't get upset, Bambina. I mean Damon Gant and Lana Sky. Investigation lead Damon Gant and his second in command, Lana Sky. It wasn't a person on the force who hadn't heard of that duo. That case is the biggest step in both of their careers. After the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office. After the case ended, wrong person. After the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office, right? Yeah, Damon Gant, the new chief of police, arranged for that to happen. She's never been the same since she left. Everyone who knew her said so. Chief Prosecutor Sky was totally different when she was a detective. Now that he mentioned it, Emma said something like that too. Tell me, what happened to my sister? Sorry, Bambina, but her secret's too well guarded. Never found out. And the secret. It all started 2 years ago. There you have it. That's my story. Did you enjoy it, partner? It was certainly enlightening. One thing for sure I found out in court today. That boy Edward isn't my enemy. He was the one who used falsified evidence to get a guilty verdict. But someone else was the one who gave him that evidence and planned everything. And someone is Damon Gant. Don't believe me? Well, I don't blame you. I won't even be a patrolman after today. Too bad I won't be around to work with you. When you become a real scientific investigator. Adios, Bambina. Yep. Alright, criminal affairs. Alright, Damon Gint, let's go. Let's fucking rumble. I'm gonna fucking punch you in the goddamn jaw for some reason. This place is always pretty empty, but today it's deserted. That must mean everyone's busy solving crimes. Oh, really? Okay. Oh, we're looking for the others. They're all in the conference room. Thanks. Well, he actually talked to us. The chief prosecutor saying that what you did, the chief prosecutor saying what you did, and the discussion about what to do about Mr. Edward, not to mention our statement to the media at tomorrow's trial. There's more chaos going on Thanksgiving and Christmas put together. I think it's festive. I think festive is the word usually used for those. Sir, we'd like to have a look around Chief Gant's office. Just use the connecting hallway to the building and take the elevator to the top floor. Really? You mean it's okay for us to go in there? Coming out police officer, I think. Don't fucking say anything. Hey, you're right. You can't go in there. It's off limits. God damn it. Ah, it's your Detective Gumshoe. It's his unique charm. What were you waiting for? Let's head to the chief's office. Ah, that's a fucking good guys spot. This is a place where good guys hang out. Whoa, where am I? In the chief's office, silly. He said, that's what's said on the door. Check out that pipe organ. That's real, isn't it? Hey, I used to take organ lessons in kindergarten. Except they were fleshy organs. They used to call me Little Miss Bach. I thought I was a genius until they tried. What? Fuck. Teaching me notes. Never could remember where C was. What do you mean you can't remember where C was? What do you mean? I mean, C is... C. Yeah, middle C. It's definitely not labeled. What are you talking about? You mean to tell me you couldn't remember fucking... Hang on a minute. There we go. Ants. tight toe. That's C, you fucker. That's C, you goddamn bitch. Yeah, I don't think I got that right. I don't think that was right. Fuck. Yeah, I go blind sometimes when I'm playing music. Don't worry about it. Get out of here. I need to play this thing like a fucking bugs run around on it. Alright, that's enough of that bullshit. Alright. Ah, we got caught! Oh, it's you two. What are you doing in my fucking office? Stop touching my organ. No, that's 2 notes, you son of a bitch. No, that's so wildly out of tune. My God, 3 notes, you bastard. Alright. He put that paper he was reading on his desk. So, Righto, you've been swimming lately? Why are you always asking me about it? I'm swimming. I'm kind of busy lately. I can appreciate that. I've had my hands full too with Mr. Marshall's misconduct and Lana's provocative statement. And her general provocativeness in general. Provocative statement. Oh, you mean about the forged evidence? Too many fucking water bottles on my desk. Oh, you mean about the forged evidence? 2 years have passed since that incident. My, how time flies. See that big picture on the wall over there? That's a picture of Lana, Neil, and me. Yeah, you look very fucking happy, doesn't she? So this is Mr. Marshall's brother, Prosecutor Neil Marshall. We took it to commemorate our work together. Something's not right with this picture. Can't quite seem to put my finger on it, though. This is fucking blade. That's probably the murder weapon. This has got to be the actual weapon that was used. That's going to be it. That's going to be the actual weapon. My God, Wright, stop touching my organ. Anyway, I'd like to reminisce all day, but there are matters that need my attention. There it is. There's the fucking bitch. Right there, behind you. That was the fucking weapon. My attention. I'm going to lock up here, so let's get out together. Oh. But this office. It was a crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it? That case is long since been over. There's no need to investigate anymore. There's no fucking need. Get out of here. All the same, we'd like to have a look around. No! Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said there's no need to investigate anymore. Stop with the organ, you bastard! Now hurry up and get out. I have a meeting to attend. Damn it, Wright, I'll fucking kill you! Looks like we aren't welcome. It seems that case isn't over yet, after all. What do you mean? Chief Gant denied our request to search the crime scene. That means there must be a reason he doesn't want us to look around in there. Or maybe it's just his fucking office and he doesn't want you fucking around. You mean like a clue? A clue. There's gotta be a way we can get inside the chief's office. I'm pretty sure that's illegal, Phoenix. What you're suggesting. That's not lawful. Into the Criminal Affairs Department. That's the fucking place we need to be. Alright, February, whatever. Hey, pal! Detective Gumshoe, aren't you supposed to be in a meeting? You're usually supposed to be in a fucking meeting. You're always supposed to be in the fucking meetings. You your goddamn meetings. God damn it! You're not even in my office anymore, right, you fucking bastard? I'm, just taking a breather. My feet hurt. From sitting in the meeting? Man, from sitting so long? Actually, I'm serving everyone coffee. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe's still out of the loop. They do not fucking trust this man, not one fucking bit. Jesus goddamn criminy Christ. Say, have either of you seen Mr. Edgeworth? Edgeworth? No. Why do you ask? He's under fire from both the police department and the prosecutor's office. Almost the battle between you and court. That sounds serious. It's because of what my sister said? That's basically what it all boils down to. My God, this hell never ends! That falsified evidence 2 years ago. Now Mr. Edgeworth has the whole world after his blood. Yikes. Why would Edgeworth be blamed? It's not like he knew the evidence was forged. Yeah, well, this is a shitty criminal justice system. Skye is the guilty party here, isn't she? Regardless, the prosecutor is responsible for the evidence they present in court. Not only that, as you know, there's been a lot of rumors going around about Mr. Edgeworth, particularly pertaining to his sexuality. Alright, I have a bathroom emergency. I need to figure out what I can have along with this coffee to keep my fucking, well, you know, business from going. Excuse me for a brief moment. God damn it, that organ is still on! His amazing talent as a prosecutor kept him safe from those who don't like him. But now with this... Are there really so many people who hate him? In our world, only those with talent rise to the top, Mr. Edgeworth. Not only has that, but he's young. There's no better recipe I know for making enemies. Hey, Dick! Keep up the good work. Yes, sir. Let's go out for lunch again sometime, my treat. Yes, sir. You gotta take me back to that joint sometime, okay, Dick? Yes, sir. Seems you don't have any problems with your enemies. Yeah, well, I'm careful not to stick out. Anyways, I'm a bit worried about him. Under all this pressure, I'm afraid Mr. Edgeworth just might crack. Actually, I took a look at the file from earlier while the coffee was brewing. He seems genuinely concerned for Mr. Edgeworth. Well, did you find anything? The only evidence Stark left behind was during his final attack. His final attack? You mean when he killed Prosecutor Marshall, who was trying to protect some girl? Me. It seems Detective Gumshoe never realized Emma was the girl. That's when he left the most incriminating evidence of all. Well, what was it? Let's see. I think that's something to do with the murder weapon. Oh, I forget. Look, it's all written somewhere in here, okay? His power of recollection never fails to him. Recollection never failed to impress. His powers of recollection never failed to impress. Okay. And that was the last of my caffeine. I mean, there's more in the pot, but then I have to go up and get the pot, I have to stand up, and I have to get out of this chair, and I have to do things. Maybe we should show him the murder weapon. It might jog his memory. Joe Dark was 42 at the time of the crime. He was just your run-of-the-mill businessman. A businessman? What made him take to serial killing? It was a bit of a hobby, you know. Sometimes you just gotta have something to do with your spare time, keep your hands busy. You know how it is. One day on his way home from work, he hit someone with his car. With his car? So it was an accident? An accident, yes. But it transformed him into an animal. An animal? He killed a man that witnessed the accident. Then he killed a lady who saw the second crime. The kid walked by just then. Jar came up on the scene and was killed as well. Finally, he turned. Jesus. Seems he was a pretty careless animal. Of course, this is all conjecture. There wasn't a single shred of evidence. So he turned himself in. How is there not a single shred of evidence? Yes, but in the middle of his questioning, he fled and the murderer. Yes, but in the middle of his questioning, he fled and murdered his final victim. Prosecutor Marshall. That crime was he looks like a fucking onion. That crime was witnessed by someone too, but luckily Dark was arrested on the spot. It's a good thing that last witness wasn't killed. That last witness, aka Emma. Boy, I'd sure hate to be that witness. I'd sure hate to have to watch someone die. Can you imagine that? Could you imagine seeing someone die? It also sounds as bad as not being able to testify against the person who killed them. Wouldn't that just be terrible? I bet that would be just terrible. What do you think death looks like? About this. Hey, is that... There's a tag attached to it with the label SL9 on it. I believe this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of. What are you doing with that? Ever since that case was closed, that knife's been locked away in a locker. Anytime Goodman was murdered, this suddenly disappeared from the locker. It was found in Mr. Edgeworth's car muffler. That's it. Now I remember what that incriminating piece of evidence was. When you showed me that knife, it all came back to me. What is it, detective? Quick, before you forget again. Well, you see, there's... Alright. This knife, it was Joe Dark's, wasn't it? That's right. We traced it back to the store he bought it at. Plus, it has fingerprints on it, too. But no one actually witnessed him using it to murder anyone, right? That's where his luck ran out. When you take a good look at the knife, you see it's broken. You don't have to take a good look to notice that. Shut up, phone. Well, yeah, anyways. Take a guess where the broken off tip of the knife was found. That's what did him in. Where was it? It was in his penis. The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it inside his own body. It was found deep inside the stab wound. Did it match Dark's knife? Nope. You bet, down to the last fiber. Shut up, phone! That's pretty conclusive. It's on the edge of the court. Stabbed in the back, died from punch from hard and long, and knife tip was in the wound. The broken tip was found in the victim's body, belonged to murderer Joe Dark. There you have it in a nutshell. That's all I know. Can I ask you one more thing? What is it? If it's money you need, you should ask Chief Gant. It's not money, but it does concern the chief. His office is a crime scene, right? It's our prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered. The chief's out now, and his office is locked. But we'd like to have a look around if that's okay. Well, any detective's ID card can unlock the door. What? Really? Well, if I let a civilian in there, I'd be charged with breach of trust. Breach of trust? Simply put, I'd be canned. Whoa. Sorry, pal. I don't plan on getting fired because of you. How about this ID card? It was Detective Goodman's. That won't work either. The data was deleted the day he died. Also, I'm pretty sure that's also fucking illegal. Because it's not your fucking card. What the... And this also be extremely fucking obvious because they keep records of that shit as established in the prior trial, you fucking moron. People would recognize that this fucking card was used after the man's death. Dumbass. And everybody knows now because of the last trial that I fucking have it. And if I still fucking have it... Anyway. So in other words, Gumshoe's our only chance of getting into that office. No, he fucking ain't. I wonder if there's something we could show that would make him change his mind. Yeah, get him fired. Picture. You don't include key rejection. Alright. I've been studying up on those files. There's nothing wrong with Mr. Edgeworth's presentation. I think people are accusing him of injustice. I find by it. You're looking into the case of Mr. Edgeworth? Yeah, pretty big deal. It was going on, you know. After all, a serial killer was on the loose. But Anna was pretty clear in her confession. She forged evidence in order to prove Joe Dark guilty. Alright, I'm just gonna keep fucking... No fucking consequences, might as fucking well. I believe Officer Marshall would do something like that. You know Officer Marshall? Of course I do. He's like a mentor to me. When I first started out, he gave me a small cactus. Up the ass. I'm still pulling out pine needles to this fucking day. He said, Dick shall listen to all your troubles. Note to self, Detective Gumshoe is a dick. Hard to believe he's just a patrolman now. Someone ought to trade places with him. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Alright. About that jar. I think I've seen it before somewhere. Somewhere? Or maybe it's one of those memories people have from previous lives. This must be the most uninformative detective I've ever met. Something about it makes me feel uneasy. It's like I'm in the chief's office and he's yelling at me. Chief Gant? Where could I have seen that before? Listen, just a pencil notes indicate the light. No lock can be opened without a fingerprint match. Besides, there's no reason for the murderer to touch his own locker. Hey, wasn't your locker the one with the blood on it, detective? A handprint of the real murderer's gloved hand, without any fingerprints. Shh! If they come to arrest me, you'll defend me, won't you? Nope! You're fucked. You're on your own. Fuck you, asshole. If that happens, I think I'll do better pleading with Edgeworth. Did Phoenix just is Phoenix fucking saying he refuses or some shit? Alright, let me share a little. Alright, then keep your trap shut. Yada yada yada. Sheesh. Alright, little advice, keep your trap shut. Oh, lost sign report, huh? He was unable to fucking complete it because he couldn't remember his own fucking ID code because he didn't have his fucking card on him. Very impressive, detective. You know what it was right off the bat. Well, I am a master of misplacement. Master? That has such a cool ring to it. The way I see it, things are meant to be lost, and they're meant to be lost. That's a terrible fucking mentality for a detective to have. What the fuck? There's a higher power at work here. Wow, a higher power? Maybe I shouldn't let him hold any evidence. What a fucking gumshoe hold any evidence. This fucking idiot. I'm sure a little bit don't give a clue to a shot. Alright. Imagine the amount of murders that wouldn't go fucking unsolved if this fucking asshole wasn't in charge. Hey, that powder is used for detecting fingerprints. Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth gave it to us. He did what? All I have is some flour. Are you okay, detective? Quit! Run! Achoo! What the fuck was that? So he helped. One time I took a nap on a bench with wet paint. He said what? I'm not comforted. What? What the fuck happened there? That's the ID card record, isn't it? Yes, there's only one number to investigate after 4:20 p.m. Nice. Victim Detective Goodman must have entered the evidence room along with someone else. Someone with an executive officer number. 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. That's one too many sevens, detective. Executive officer. I just might have a hunch. Yeah, I just bought some of that stuff. Now I can go around detecting blood traces too. Wow, is that a new type? I've never seen that bottle before. It's just fucking shampoo. Add 3 inches to your base height. Inches to your base height. Base height. Hey, let me see that. Lumen Tall, new and improved growth formula. God damn it. You mean this can't detect your blood traces? Well, it's not quite the same thing as luminol. So that's why the lady at the counter had that smirk on her face. Fucking bitch. Alright, I've already presented the knife to him. Don't have a clue. Keep your trap shut. Keep that in mind. Okay. Present. That's the photo Miss Starr took. Anything you can tell us about it? That Miss Starr is quite the lady. Well, I remember it was winter. I was 16. She was the only one who ever got to talk about what happened. Whoever got me to talk about what happened. 16? That's what I am now. I wonder what happened. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe wore a trench coat in high school. Pass. Initiate into trap shut. Okay. Sheesh. Secret. Trap shut. Alright. Sheesh. Alright. Detective Goodman's note. Share the secret. Okay. Okay, Goodman's autopsy. Keep that shut. I almost made us lose. This guy almost made us lose the case today. What are you talking about? He was guarding the bloodstain on that evidence locker with his life. He was doing his best, you bastard. What happened? What just happened? What the fuck just happened? Why is everything bugging? What the fuck? What? Okay, but something fucking happened on my end. I don't know if it happened on your end. And there it is. Stream health is poor. Fuck me. Nothing I can do about it because I don't know what the fuck to do about it. What do you say about? I can say most stuff nowadays. It would have saved a lot of trouble if you hadn't guarded it so well. I have to admit he's right though. Thanks to the Blue Badger, we were able to prove another possibility today. Possibility that another murder took place prior to 5:15. And Mr. Edgeworth's car stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Scott to do such a thing? Wait, I mean, I'm sure it was someone else who did it. Someone must have got against Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, if I can do one thing, that's business. Okay. Hey, that is the prosecutor's award that Mr. Edgeworth got the other day. Were you at the awards ceremony you go shoot? Of course, pal. Got an award for diligence myself. Must be a fucking meaningless award then. Ah, congratulations. I was wondering why the award is a shield. And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. Because fuck the defense. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten. This ID card belongs to the victim, Detective Bruce Goodman. You can do just about anything these days with a card and a secret number. Scary. So I'm scared because you keep drooling, dropping your cards if you don't shoot. I forget my secret number a lot too. I'm scared of myself. But I'm me after all. What could be wrong with that? I think I'll stay out of this conversation. Alright, one last thing. I wonder if this is ever like a piece of actual evidence in a trial. Detective, here's my journey badge. Show this to me every time we meet, pal. Real man, show the police badge. Enough said. Wish I had a badge. Even an ID card would be nice. Well, that's the extent of that. I guess I could show him this again. Hey, is that the tag's etched with the label SL9 incident on it? I believe this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of. What are you doing with that? Ever since that case was closed, that knife's been locked away in a locker. The day Agent Goodman was murdered, this suddenly disappeared from the locker. It's now Mr. Edwards' car muffler. That's it! Now I remember what that incriminating piece of evidence was. When you showed me that knife, it all came back to me. Well, what is it, Detective? Quick, before you forget again. Okay, I showed him everything. Can I talk to him about anything? Nope. I have done everything that I possibly fucking could at this point. Aha! I've solved the fucking puzzle. February 24th, prosecutor's office, Leather parking lot. No one's here today, not even Miss Starr. It was possibly easy looking at what exactly went down in the evidence room. That must be where the detectives are. It was proved in court today that on the day of the crime, no one was murdered in the evidence room at 5:15. Yeah, I thought we finally made some headway in our case. But instead, it looks like we just ended up making Lana look even more guilty. Hang in there, Lana. Let's figure out all the answers by tomorrow. Alright, Edgeworth! February 24th, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. I wonder if Edgeworth's back yet. There he is. He looks like he's writing something. What are you doing in here? You sure was quick to throw that paper on the floor. Tough day in court, huh? I've had to live the past 2 years with rumors flying around. What's another allegation to me? Cheer up, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm rooting for you. That's Edgeworth for you. My God! It never ends! I was trying to hide his real feelings. So what do you want? Unlike some people, I don't have all day. Alright. Fucking grumpy pants, let's go. There's no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's what it all breaks down to, and nothing I do can erase that fact. But you didn't know, did you? I mean, that evidence is falsified. The police department and the prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. The police department's error is my error, my